Good morning, student. Today we are going to discuss about the numerical on uniform acceleration. Means acceleration is constant throughout the motion. So in first numerical, they have given you three telegraph poles A, B, and C are placed at 50-meter interval along a straight road. A car starting from rest accelerates uniformly and passes post A and then takes 8 seconds to reach post B and further 7 taken second to reach post C. Calculate the acceleration of the car, velocity of the car at A, B and C and distance of the car from the starting point of the car. So you have given three poles ABC pace at 50-meter interval along a straight road. So I am showing here three poles A, B, C which are separated by 50-meter distance here. Now a car starting rest accelerate uniformly passes post A. So I am considering here OB the starting position of the car. From here it start to accelerate and passes point A. Then it takes 8 seconds to reach post B. Means from A to B travels, it takes time t equal to 8 seconds, and next from B to C travel, it takes time t equal to 7 seconds. So now I am considering OB the starting point of the car. Now at pole A, B and C I have to calculate the velocity. So I am considering that velocity. That is not the initial velocity, so I am considering that is VA, VB, VC be the velocity of the car at point A, B, C respectively. Now I have to calculate distance of post A from the starting point. So O is the starting point, so I consider from O to A distance as a x distance and A is the acceleration of the car. Initially I am considering the motion from A to B. After considering motion from A to B, I am going to apply the equation of motion. So what I have given distance, I have given time. So by using the second equation of motion, S equal to ut plus half at square. So S for A to B motion, S is means displacement, distance travel is 50 meter. Velocity is not initial velocity, so I am showing it by VA. Time taken to move from A to B 8 seconds plus half. A is a constant which I have to calculate, and time for this motion is 8 seconds, so 8 square. So after putting, I will get this equation 50 equal to 8 VA plus 32 A. This is equation 1. Now in second case I am considering motion from B to C. In B to C again there is a distance 50 meter, time to travel the car from A to B, it will take 7 seconds. So again I am applying the second equation of motion, just equal to ut plus half at square. For A to B, the initial velocity u is nothing but the initial velocity which I am considering motion starting from, I am considering the motion from A to C. So total distance is 100 meter, total time is 8 plus 7, that is 15 seconds. So for motion from A to B, I am using the equation of motion S equal to ut plus half at square. So S is nothing but the for motion A to C, S is nothing but the 100, U is nothing but the initial velocity. So from A to C, initial velocity will be velocity at point A, so it is, I am showing it by VA. T is nothing but the, for motion from A to C, total time required 8 plus 7, that is 15 seconds. So 15 into VA plus half. A is a constant, T is nothing but the, again from A to C 15 seconds. So after putting the value here and simplifying it, I will get 100 equal to 15 VA plus 122.5 A. So by using equation 1 and 2 and solving it simultaneously, I will get the value of VA as 5.774 meter per second and acceleration as 0.119 meter per second square. Now I am considering the motion from A to B. Already I have calculated the velocity at A. So for motion from A to B, I am using the first equation of motion V equal to U plus AT. So for motion from A to B, final velocity be the velocity of at point B. So it will be VB. Initial velocity be velocity at A, that is VA, plus A into T. I already calculate the VA value, that is 5.774 plus A 0.119, and A to B time required for A to B is 8 seconds. So I am putting the 8 here. So I will get the velocity at B as 6.726 meter per second square. Next I am considering the motion from B to C. So for B to C, I am directly using here formula. Final velocity Vc equal to initial velocity Vb plus A into T. So Vb value I have calculated here, which is nothing but the 6.726. So 6.726 plus 0.119 into 7. So I will get the Vc value as 7.9559. Next, for motion from O to A, I have to calculate the distance, that is x value. So for that I am considering the motion from O to A. For O to A motion, initial velocity, final velocity V square equal to, I am using third equation of motion, V square equal to U square plus twice AS. So for O to A, the final velocity will become velocity at A. So Vs square equal to initial velocity, motion start from rest, so initial velocity is 0 plus 2 into 0.119 into S. S I have considered here x. So x value is nothing but a 5.774 square divided by 2 into 0.119. So I will get the x value as a 140.08 meter. So as per the value which I have to calculate, I have calculated the velocity at A initially, then velocity at B, now velocity at C. Also I have calculated acceleration and the distance covered from O to A, that is x, 140.08. Now we are going to discuss about the second numerical on uniform acceleration. A motorist is traveling at 72 km per hour along a straight road. When he observes a traffic light 187.5 meter ahead of him turn red, full stop. The traffic light is timed to stay for 15 seconds. Full stop. If the motorist wishes to pass the light without stopping just as the signals turn green, determine 1. Uniform acceleration. 2. Velocity of the motorist as he passes the light, and how long motorist will move with constant retardation. So in this numerical there is a signal. So a motorist is traveling, coming to the signal at a speed of 72 km per hour along a straight road. The distance of the motorist towards the signal, means the distance between motorist and the signal is 187.5 meter. Now to cover that distance it will take 15 seconds, so that he can pass the light without stopping as the signals turn green. So the total time for the traveling for the motorist to cover the signal is 15 seconds. So you have to calculate uniform acceleration, velocity of the motorist as he passes the light, and last, how long motorist will retard with constant retardation after application of the brake. So initially I am considering the given data. So initial velocity you have given, that is 72 km per hour. So to convert 72 km per hour into meter per second, the multiplying factor is 5 by 18. So I am multiplying 72 by 5 by 18. So I will get 20 meter per second is the initial velocity. Distance between motorist and the light of the signal is given as s equal to 187.5 meter. Also the time taken to cover that distance by the motorist is nothing but the 15 seconds you have given. So from the given data, initial velocity, displacement and t, I am using the second equation of motion, that is s equal to ut plus half at square. I am putting all the value. Yes, 187.5. Initial velocity means the velocity with which the motorist is moving. 20 into time taken to cover that distance 187.5 is 15 second, plus half a into time is nothing but the 15 seconds square. So after simplifying it and calculate, I will get the acceleration value as a minus 1 meter per second. So acceleration minus 1 is nothing but the retardation is there. So I am writing here 1 meter per second square, and in bracket retardation means this value acceleration is nothing but the negative acceleration. Now to calculate final velocity of the motorist, I am using again first equation of motion v equal to u plus at. So final velocity v equal to initial velocity you have given 20, acceleration is minus 1 value, so minus 1 into time taken to cover that distance 187.5 is 15 seconds, so minus 1 into 50, so you will get the velocity, final velocity of the motorist as a 5 meter per second. So after passing the light, the motorist will move with the final velocity, which will become the initial velocity for the motion after passing the light. Because here what happened, the after passing the signal, during passing the signal he apply the brakes, so because of that there will be a retardation in the motion of the vehicle. So after passing the light he is about to clear the signal, means he is passing the signal by reducing his speed by applying the brakes. So means after passing the light the motorist is moving with initial velocity, which I have calculated as a final velocity before passing the light. So it is moving with initial velocity after passing the light as a 5 meter per second with constant retardation, with constant retardation it is given in the question. So I have to and finally after going to retard it will come to stop, the motorist will come to stop, so this final velocity will become 0. So for this case, after passing the light, how much distance it will cover before come to rest, which I have to calculate. So for this calculation, from the given data, initial velocity given, final velocity 0, distance you have to calculate it, acceleration value is constant, means whatever the acceleration value I have calculated here, this acceleration as it is constant, I am going to use here, and I am going to calculate the displacement, that is s value. So final velocity will going to become 0, initial as nothing but the 5 meter per second, so putting 5, acceleration minus 1, so minus 2 into 1 into s, so you will get s equal to 12.5 meter. So this is the distance covered by the light up, covered by the motorist after passing the light. Now we are going to discuss third numerical on uniform acceleration. So in this numerical, elevator A and B in the adjoining shop starting moving in opposite direction with constant acceleration. The acceleration of the A 0.3 meter per second square and B 0.6 meter per second square respectively. A moves down while B moves up. If they were 150 meter apart at t equal to 0, after what time they will opposite to each other and how far each one has to travel. So in this case you have given two elevator, that is lift, we can say it as a lift. These two elevator on different shaft, is adjoining shaft, moving in opposite direction with a constant acceleration. For A, they have given the constant acceleration at 0.3 meter per second square. For B, they have given constant acceleration at 0.6 meter per second square. So in this case, the A elevator moves in downward direction, B moves in upward direction. So initially at t equal to 0 means initially at rest position, these two elevators are separated by a distance 150 meter. Means if I want to write the distance equation for the both elevator, I can write displacement of A plus displacement of B equal to 150 meter. So in this case, at what time they will opposite to each other, means after starting the motion, when they will cross, means they are just about opposite to each other. And also for that, how far each one has traveled, means to come to opposite to each other, how far means how much distance each one has traveled, that you have to calculate. So initially when t equal to 0, both elevator A and B are opposite to each other and they are separated by distance 150 meter. So displacement या distance of A elevator plus distance of B elevator equal to 150 I have written here. So starting from, so for this, yes, I am using the equation of motion, second equation of motion. So I have writing it in terms of A and B. So UA plus T half A into T square. This is for displacement of A elevator. For displacement of B elevator is nothing but the UB, velocity, initial velocity of B elevator into time plus half AB into T square equal to 150. As I know, they start from rest, that is time t equal to 0. The initial velocity of A and B are 0. So it will become 0. So the UA into T will become 0. UB into T will become 0. So in remaining term is half. You have given the acceleration of A 0.3 and time t is nothing but the time taken to cross, yeah, two opposite to each other by elevator A and B is nothing I am considering here time t. Means after time t, they both elevator will opposite to each other. So half into 0.3 into t square plus for B UB into t term will become 0. So remaining term half, acceleration of B is given 0.6 into t square equal to total distance 150. So after simplifying it and calculating the value for the t equal to 18.26 second, means after this much of time, means if elevator A and B start motion and they want to be opposite to each other, so after this much of second, they both elevator A and B will be opposite to each other after t equal to 18.26 second. In second case, they have asked about how much distance they have traveled, that both elevator have traveled. So initially I am calculating distance traveled by a vehicle A. So distance traveled by vehicle A, again I am using this equation, yes, A equal to UA into T plus half A into T square. This is nothing but the second equation of motion. So initial velocity 0 means 0 plus half acceleration of elevator A 0.3 into time which I have calculated 18.26 seconds. So distance traveled by A will be SA equal to 15 meter. Now I want to calculate distance traveled by B. So again I am using the same equation for SB equal to UA UB into T plus half AB into T square. So after putting value I will get the 100 meter. If you want to calculate again by another method, this displacement FB, you have given total 150, you have calculated SA value as a 50, SB you have to calculate it, so you will get SB equal to 150 minus 50, 100 meter. So in this way you can again calculate the SB value, that is 100 meter. Good morning student. Now we are going to discuss about fourth problem on uniform acceleration. In this case the question is a sprinter in a 100-meter race. Sprinter is nothing but an athlete. You can consider sprinter as an athlete. In a sprinter in a 100-meter race accelerate uniformly for the first 40 meter and then runs with constant velocity. Full stop. If the sprinter time for the first 40 meter is 5.2 second, determine his time for the race. So initially there is a 100-meter race. So in first 40 meter the sprinter, that is athlete, has traveled uniformly, accelerate uniformly, means up to 40 meter there is a uniform acceleration motion. So initially I am considering for 40 meter race, distance travel is 40 meter, initial velocity is starting from the rest. So initial velocity is 0. So this 40 meter it is going to covered in 5.2 second, that is I am considering the t1. So for 40 meter what should be the time required I am calculating here. So I am using second equation of motion, s equal to ut plus half at a. I am considering t1 for motion up to 40 meter. So displacement you are given 40 meter, initial velocity is 0 plus half, t1 value is nothing but the 5.2 second. So after putting the value here I will get the uniform acceleration for the initial 40 meter, that is 2.9586. so this is a uniform acceleration. Now what happened, so from this I will get uniform acceleration here. So by using this uniform acceleration I am going to calculate the final velocity when it come to the 40 meter distance. So for final velocity I am using v equal to u plus at. Again initial velocity is 0, acceleration which you have calculated 2.9586 into time 5.2 already given. So I am putting this value here. You can consider this as a t1. So I will get the velocity when it comes to covers, when it covers a distance of 40 meter. Is at 40 meter it has a velocity of 50.3846 meter. Now in the question they have mentioned after covering 40 meter distance it will travel with a constant velocity, means final velocity you have got here 15.3846 meter per second. Now remaining total is 100 meter, now remaining distance is 60 meter. For the remaining 60 meter the sprinter, that is athlete, run with this constant velocity 15.3846 meter per second. So now for this 60 meter race I am calculating the time for this 60 meter race. So for constant velocity you have the formula, because velocity is constant here means acceleration going to become 0, because rate of change of velocity is nothing but acceleration. If I am depreciating velocity here and it is a constant value, so it will become 0. So I can not going to use any equation of motion, that is v equal to u plus at, s equal to ut plus half at square, or v square equal to u square plus twice here. I am just applying general definition, that is distance equal to velocity into time. So time equal to, I am considering t2. Initially I have calculated time t1, now I calculated time t2 for the remaining 60 meters. So t2 equal to distance divided by velocity. Distance is nothing but the 60 meter, velocity is constant which is nothing but the 15.3846. so I have put the value here. So after calculating I will get the time to cover remaining 60 meter distance with the constant velocity is 3.9 meter per second. So total time to complete race is nothing but the time required for the first 40 meter plus time required for the remaining 60 meter. So I am putting both the value t1 and t2 here. So total time required by the sprinter, or that is athlete, is t equal to 9.1 second.